This video is to explain how to print out a progress report for parent conferences that are coming up. Unfortunately, the district hasn't made a report that fits all on one page, so I will leave this up to you on if you really want to print it this way or not, but I wanted to make sure I showed everyone how to do that. So make sure you're in Infinite Campus and in Campus Instruction, and then you go down on the left side to the reports, and you're going to click on the Gradebook reports. And when you choose the report that you want, it just kind of depends on what you want to show on your progress report. If you do a student summary report, that's the one that I would suggest. You need to choose which class you want to do, and you're going to have to do this for each subject. So it will be a separate page for each subject for each student, which is a lot of paper. And I know I already had sent the district a ticket about this, but they haven't responded. So I wanted to make sure I showed you what was available to you. So for example, I want to print out the reading progress report for my students. So I would click on reading, make sure I'm on student summary, and then this says student grade summary, multiple students per page. If you want to print multiple students per page, you can, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. But it will require you to cut up the pages to separate each student. And I'll just show you real quick what that looks like so you can decide if you want to use that report or not. So if you use this report, you can see it shows the student, and then it shows their grade for this class for reading, and then it has the next student down here, and so on, and it has the next student. So you could, cut them on these dotted lines and staple them together if you want to do that. It does save a little bit of paper doing it that way, but that's up to you on if you want to do that. The one that I would recommend using so that it's a full page is this student grade summary, 1 student per page, this one right here in the middle. So you click that, and then you go down and you decide what you want to show. If you want to show the assignment detail for each of your assignments, it'll show all of the assignments and the grade they got and everything. If that's what you want to do, then I would click here, and I'll show you what that looks like. I just personally don't use that report for parent conferences because the parent could ask me individually. But as you can see, this report would show the assignments that they have and the grades that they've gotten on each assignment. So if that's something that you want to print, you will need to choose that on this report. So show assignment detail, 1 student per page. But I'm going to go back to this one. And then you want to make sure you go down here where it says select assignments in this area here, and you want to uncheck semester 2. This will cut down on a lot of the print that shows up. And then you want to click on this arrow and pull down the drop down and make sure that it only says semester on it. Now mine has progress 1 and it has quarter and it has progress 2. Yours may or may not have that. But if it does, just uncheck them. You just want semester 1 so that it just shows the things that you've been putting in the program, sorry. And then you can choose which things you want to show up. This has all my assignments that I've put in the computer, and so I can show which ones I want to show up and which ones I don't. It's up to me on what I want. And then over here, you just make sure you have the students selected that you want to do the report for, and then you generate the report. And it just takes a few seconds, but it'll do 1 page per student, so it's kind of a waste of paper. I mean, you get this huge blank portion on the bottom that doesn't show anything. So I personally don't really like that, but that's kind of the only option we have right now. But it will show their grade. It will show their grade in each of your categories that you've been putting assignments in, so the parent can see that. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to do that, or if you want to do this multiple students per page report. Could generate that one more time and show you what that looks like again. And this is what I did originally just to save paper. It's only 7 pages long, and then I just cut the strips for each kid and just stapled them together for each subject. And so it kind of looks strange because it's little skinny pages, but whatever you wanted to do. And then again, here's the one with the showing assignment detail. And it would show the grades that they got for each assignment that you've put in there. But again, it's still a big half sheet of paper wasted depending on how many assignments you have in there. So that's going to be up to you on how you want to print your reports. You will have to go and do this. Go in here for math and do the same thing. Make sure you select the report that you want up here. Make sure you select the semester and things that you want down here, and then generate the report for math, and then science, and social studies, and writing, and so on. So you will have multiple pages per student. I did ask the district if they could come up with a report that everything would be on one page for elementary teachers, but they have not responded to that yet. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys what your options were for printing these reports for parent conferences. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, just make sure you email me or let me know when you see me around campus.